and if we are not complying, there's certain the consequences in that regard. And in this case, really doesn't matter whether you're a leader or a common citizen. And by the time we are having 93% of Kenyans having registered, and you're among the 7%, ask yourself why you are in the 7% and not in the majority. So for us, I think we treat people equally. And those who have concerns, let them raise those concerns with their operators. Because at the end of the day, we're going to go for the operators if there's no compliance. And therefore, operators are going to play a more critical role in terms of how they ensure that their subscribers are actually compliant. Of course, we've been exploring options in terms of how to push the numbers to 100%. So that those who are going to be disconnected, we need to disconnect that completely. There are those who I think are known to be using the SIM card. So the options that are available to operators are many. Some include denial of service in a more graduated way. So you might be able to receive calls but not make calls out. Why? Because not registered, so you have to go registered for you to be able to do that. So, yeah.
Would you attribute the 7%
with the 7% remaining? It's easier to actually narrow down and find out where they are. And if it turns out that they're in those community places, it will be very easy now to deal with such a situation. And mark you, I think Kenyans must also be warned that if you are not careful, your identification details will be used by those criminals in committee to register a SIM card. And then at the end of the day, something goes wrong. You're the one who is going to blame. Today, I know of some cases where some people stole ID details of others and went registered numbers, and now they have Fuliza dates, on those numbers. And they're having now the real owners are having difficulties processing credit facilities. And for us, if you register, we can guarantee your safety. If you don't register, we cannot guarantee your safety. Last week, between February and June, we had up to 264,000, if I'm not wrong, numbers that were actually deregistered. But we're trying to analyze that information further, because now we've seen some reports that are indicating for more than 500,000, but we're not very sure about that. So this window of between 15th October and maybe end of next week, we'll be able now to narrow down to know the exact figures in terms of what has actually happened when it comes to disconnection.
Are you going to give second chance to do
Yes, the question we're asking the regulator. Operators will be asking the regulators. Operators will be, what have you done to the people who are supposed to register and are not registered? The principle is, you cannot have an active SIM card that is not duly registered. So if an operator allows a SIM card that is not duly registered to remain active, then they must be able to answer for that.